This is the part of my day I look forward to the most. Sitting down at my desk, a space that feels calm but focused, clean but not empty. It's where I come to clear my head, get stuff done, or just enjoy the vibe. This is one of the things I love about desk spaces. Everyone is unique and depending on the person can completely change how it looks. In my case, I've spent months fine-tuning this, not for looks but also for feel. The lighting, the layout, every single item has a purpose. Now let me show you how I built a setup that's both productive and peaceful and how you can do it too. Firstly, what I'm going to start off with is my peripherals. I have a Corsair K70 keyboard, which is a 10 keyless variant, and for my mouse, I have a Razer Cobra. Now these peripherals aren't anything special, but for my needs and my use case, they are perfect and functional for what they do. The keyboard is fast and responsive and has lots of RGB customization, which for my social media pages I need, and the mouse is also fast and responsive and light and is functional for everything I do on a day-to-day basis. One thing I will say is don't get too caught up on the peripherals which are trending at the moment. Pick one which you need for your use case and personal situation. Now moving on to my audio setup, what I use for recording and my microphone is a Fifine A8, and as you can see from the sounds of this video, it does a perfectly good job while still being on a budget at recording good quality and crisp audio. I have it mounted on a generic budget mic arm, and for me this is perfectly fine. It holds it in place with no issues and does what a microphone arm needs to do. It's not the fanciest, but it works well, and that's what matters. And now onto my audio output. For my main source of listening, I use the PreSonus Eras 4.5. I find these really good for basic listening on Spotify, Amazon Music, YouTube. Basic stuff like this, they really shine, they give a really nice soundstage, and I recommend these for anyone on a budget. And even for audio and video editing, I use these and they give really crisp highs and then they give good lows without being overwhelming, and I think these are really good solid overall pair of studio monitors. And as well as this, for my headset I have a Logitech G Pro X wired headset, and this is a really good headset. It sounds really good. The build quality is amazing. It's mostly metal and a bit of plastic, but overall this is a great headset for gaming and listening to music and watching movies and YouTube videos on. Now moving on to my monitors. For my main monitor I have an LG 1440p 180Hz 27-inch monitor. Now this monitor is amazing for color accuracy and gaming and watching content on. This is the best monitor I've used and I can't go back to 1080p after this. For my secondary monitor I've got a 240Hz 1080p Dell monitor, which used to be my main monitor, but then I switched over to a 1440p for my main, but this monitor is still great and it makes a perfect second monitor for the side of my desk on portrait mode. Now onto the star of the show, my PC that powers the whole setup. So my PC has a RTX 3080 12GB, a Ryzen 7 5700X, 32GB of DDR4 RAM, all on a B550 motherboard from ROG, and I have a 240mm water cooler in here, all inside of an NZXT H6 Flow, which I recently just changed to, and there's a whole video on my channel showing the process of me changing the case. I absolutely love this case. It looks so good, it suits my desk, it completely elevated the look of my desk, and was probably single-handedly the most important factor in elevating the aesthetics of my space. I've switched to my point of view now because I want to show you some of the miscellaneous items I have around this desk, which I feel give it character and space, and are simple for you to implement to your desk setup to change the way it looks and give it that sort of personalization that you need. One of my favorite items, and if you've been following the channel or watching my videos, you know I love them a lot, and it's fake IKEA or even real plants. Now I have these all over my setup. I have a vine, which actually I've used it to cover my monitor arm, which is a good tip for any of you who want to hide your monitor arm. I've got a few here, and then also on my shelf next to my desk I have some vines and then some more plants up here, and I think it just gives a nice natural feel to the space. It makes it nice to sit at if you need to work or be here for long hours. It's just nice to blend all the harsh edges with some greenery. And then wrapping up the desk tour, I'm going to be talking about my chair and my desk itself. So my chair is from Herman Miller. It's a cell model, and yes, this is quite an expensive chair. I actually got it given to me by my dad, but you do not need a chair like this. This is good for posture and honestly really good for long hours, but cheaper alternatives will do the trick as well. But I honestly really like the aesthetic this chair gives. It's a very unique design and almost looks like an art piece at the desk. Makes it look really unique, as I do not see many other people with these at their setups. But that was all for this video, and if you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe and check out my other socials down below for more content like this. I post weekly videos, and if you did enjoy, follow along as there'll be more videos coming. Thank you for watching.